There is a moment in every life when the world stops feeling manageable. Not because the world has changed, but because our mind finally admits it cannot control everything it wants to. The Stoics understood this long before modern psychology gave it a name. Marcus Aurelius, writing to himself in the chaos of war, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This was not comfort philosophy. It was survival philosophy. Seneca lived through exile and political terror. Epictetus was born a slave. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire while watching it collapse from plague and war. Yet none of them asked, "Why is life so hard?" They asked something more dangerous. "Who must I become in response?" We do not inherit their world, but we inherit their struggle. And if we listen carefully, we can inherit their strength. These are 7 Stoic habits that do not make life easier, but make the human being unbreakable. Habit 1. Separate what is yours from what is not. Picture 2 people receiving the same rejection email. One collapses inward, replaying every detail, spiraling into self-doubt. The other reads it once, nods, and asks, "What can I improve?" The difference is not talent. It is ownership of the mind. Epictetus begins his Enchiridion with a dividing line that changes everything. Some things are up to us, and some are not. What is not up to us? Reputation, outcomes, other people's opinions, timing, luck. What is up to us? Effort, judgment, intention, response. People who live this habit become steady under pressure. They do not waste energy arguing with reality. They adapt quickly, recover faster, and suffer less from imaginary control. From a Stoic perspective, suffering begins when we confuse control with responsibility. Modern psychology supports this through research on locus of control. People who focus on internal responses rather than external events show higher resilience and lower anxiety. Practical Stoic training. Start each morning with 2 lists: mine and not mine. When stressed, ask, "Am I trying to control the uncontrollable?" Replace, "Why is this happening to me?" with, "What is required of me now?" Delay emotional reactions by 10 seconds before responding. Freedom begins when illusion ends. Habit 2. Train your mind through loss. Negative visualization. Most people live as if their current life is guaranteed, until it is not. A phone stops ringing. A job disappears. A person does not return. The Stoics trained for this reality in advance. Seneca wrote, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." Imagine sitting with a loved one and silently reminding yourself, "This moment will not repeat forever." Not to create fear, but gratitude. People who practice this habit stop postponing appreciation. They speak more gently. They waste less time in trivial conflict. Research in positive psychology shows gratitude practices significantly increase well-being and emotional stability over time. Stoics go further. They combine gratitude with impermanence, because what is fragile becomes sacred. Practical Stoic training. Each day, imagine losing one thing you take for granted. Before meetings or meals, pause and silently say, "This may not return." Once a week, intentionally live without comfort. Digital detox, simplicity. Write 3 things you would miss if they disappeared tomorrow. Gratitude is not optimism. It is awareness sharpened by mortality. Habit 3. Choose discomfort on purpose. There are 2 kinds of people: those who avoid discomfort, and those who use it as training. Seneca would deliberately sleep on a hard surface and eat simple food, reminding himself, "Is this what I feared?" Modern life makes comfort effortless, which is precisely why discipline must become intentional. People who embrace discomfort become calm under pressure. They do not panic when life becomes difficult, because difficulty is familiar. Psychologist Angela Duckworth's research on grit confirms that sustained effort under difficulty predicts long-term success more than talent alone. Stoicism agrees, but adds meaning. Discomfort is not punishment. It is preparation. Practical Stoic training. Take cold showers or short exposure to discomfort. Do the hardest task first each day. Practice fasting or simplicity once in a while. Say no to unnecessary pleasure at least once daily. Strength is not built in comfort. It is revealed when comfort is removed. Habit 4. End the day in honest self-review. Most people end their day by escaping it, scrolling, watching, numbing. The Stoics ended their day by confronting it. Seneca wrote, "When the light has been removed, I examine my entire day." Imagine sitting quietly at night asking, where did I act with virtue? Where did I react poorly? What must I correct tomorrow? People who practice this habit become self-aware without self-hatred. They grow steadily, not dramatically. They correct small errors before they become patterns. This is emotional intelligence built through repetition. Over time, reflection turns experience into refinement. Practical Stoic training. Spend 5 to 10 minutes journaling nightly. Ask, what did I do well? What did I fail at? What will I adjust? Revisit emotional moments and examine your interpretation. End with one sentence. Tomorrow, I will act with more awareness by. A life examined becomes a life shaped. Habit 5. Master the space between stimulus and response. Someone insults you. Traffic blocks you. A message triggers you. Most people react instantly. Stoics pause. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." This habit is not silence. It is control over impulse. People who master their reactions are rarely manipulated. They do not escalate conflict. They speak deliberately rather than emotionally. Neuroscience confirms that even a short pause before reacting reduces impulsive behavior significantly. Stoicism calls this sovereignty of the mind. No external force can disturb you unless you allow interpretation to become reaction. Practical Stoic training. Before responding, breathe slowly 3 times. Use the phrase, pause, interpret, respond. Delay replies to emotional messages. Ask, will this matter in 1 year? Between event and reaction lies freedom. Most people never enter it. Habit 6. Live for something beyond yourself. A life centered only on the self becomes fragile, because the self is always vulnerable. Stoics understood that meaning grows when responsibility extends beyond personal gain. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What is not good for the hive is not good for the bee." People who serve others, teachers, caregivers, builders, leaders, often endure hardship with greater resilience. Their suffering has context. Their effort has direction. Modern research in psychology consistently shows that purpose-driven individuals report higher life satisfaction and endurance under stress. Stoicism does not reject ambition. It redirects it, from self-glory to contribution. Practical Stoic training. Perform one act of service daily without recognition. Ask, who benefits from my behavior today? Listen more than you speak in conversations. Contribute without expecting return. A strong life is not one that consumes more. It is one that gives more. Habit 7. Remember that you are mortal. This habit is the most difficult to face and the most clarifying to accept. Stoics called it memento mori. Remember you will die. Not to create fear, but urgency. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. When mortality is ignored, life becomes postponed. When mortality is remembered, life becomes immediate. People who internalize this habit stop wasting time on meaningless conflict. They forgive faster. They act more decisively. They live with fewer regrets. Modern existential psychology confirms that awareness of death often increases meaning and intentionality, because death does not reduce life. It defines it. Practical Stoic training. Begin each morning asking, if today were my last year, what matters? Remove one unnecessary obligation each week. Keep a reminder of impermanence nearby. End each day with gratitude for completion. We do not control lifespan, but we control depth. Closing reflection. We do not choose the storms. They arrive without permission. Loss, uncertainty, rejection, change. None of these wait for readiness. But Stoicism never promised a calm world. It promised something stronger, a calm mind inside an unstable world. If we practice these habits, not once, but repeatedly, day after day, we slowly become something different. Not untouched by life, but unshaken by it. And when the world grows loud again, as it always does, we will notice something subtle. The noise is still there. The pressure is still real. But within us, something has learned to stand still. And that stillness becomes strength.